So there's a lot there, but I mean,
Yeah.
my mind is going all over the place. I'm going to highlight this because I think it's important. I look at it as two ways to reach new female wrestlers. I'm sorry, referees, is what you said. First and foremost, the girls that are coming up through and fell in love with the sport and either don't have an opportunity at the next level because maybe they're not quite good enough, whatever,
or maybe they just don't want to,
right? Or they don't want to, right? That's number one, and I think that's probably the target audience. But here's the other thing I was thinking as you were talking. I fell in love with this sport through my wrestlers.
Yeah.
My wife fell in love with the sport too. So what's wrong with the wrestling mom to continue her love and passion for the sport and be out on the mat and be a referee too? There's nothing. That's the second.
No, 100%. It's just it's a harder target, right? Because like you're on the mat with the girls, right? And they're wrestling and stuff. So you can, after the match, good job, or, they're warming up and you're not the official on the mat. You can have those conversations. Those conversations don't occur as naturally with parents, but I'll tell you what, there is not an official that I've ever spoke with that would not love for a parent to come and learn the rules, because the parents sometimes scream louder than the coaches. I can tell you, my Aunt Julie and my mom, I never heard my coaches. So Jared's mother and my mom, and the thing is Julie's been at college matches when Drew and Jared were wrestling, and the coaches will look over and be like, yeah, she's yelling the right thing. Like, you know what I mean? So there are a lot of knowledgeable fans. It's just, how do we get to them? There's no email database. And so I think the best thing that we can do right now is exactly what we're doing, is talk about it and hopefully get them to, we cut this into some snippets like this section right here and just be like, hey, are you a parent of a wrestler? Look, this is a possibility. How great would it be to be in the stands and actually know what you're yelling, if it's right or wrong, right? Because I mean, how many coaches have even read the rules book? Every coach can attend any officials meeting they want to at any time. I'm a big proponent of, look, if there's different ways that can help me win, I'm gonna exacerbate those options. So I don't know why more coaches aren't going to the rules meetings to hear, oh, this is how they're calling. The first stall call in overtime is always a stalemate. Oh, that's how they're doing that. These little things. Here's a crazy fact for you. 6 kids this year at state placed in the top 4 that are licensed officials. One was a champion from Fremont Ross, heavyweight.
Yeah, 285.
Yep, licensed official. Hayden Kuhn from Crestview placed 4th. He's done grade school state now 3 years in a row. There's 2 at Monroeville. I can't remember their name right now, but they took it over their Christmas break on Zoom and then went and 2-manned it with Laren Weichel and Denny Ull, who taught me as well. So there are ways for these kids to become officials even while they're in high school. But I think we just need to keep throwing spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks. But we're definitely not going to get new officials doing what we've done before by just saying, hey, we have a class, sign up. And I could go on about how the classes are behind a sign up wall and everything and how it's counterintuitive, but we won't go there. But yeah, I mean, we're aware of it. The second step is doing something about it. I'm trying my best. I know Elliot Spence down in the Cincinnati areas doing some great things with Dan Kuhlman and other guys that have been on the show before. But that's the other thing too, is feedback from people like you, parents. We're trying to build a community here at Ohio Mat Media where everyone can go and share, right? That's what Facebook is. You could say anything that's mean or anything that's nice that you want. I would encourage you not to be mean unless you have a reason, but everyone's got the same thing. We're all trying to learn how to make things better and how to get, prepare for what's to come, because girls wrestling is growing exponentially faster than boys. And I just found out Fremont Ross, I don't know if you're familiar with Fremont, where it is, middle of nowhere, right? 26 girls. They have a girls team next year.
Oh, wow.
So
26.
so,
Wow.
yeah, so a lot of people think that can only happen in Columbus, you know, the Marysvilles, the Delawares, um, you know, Castown, Miami, Cincinnati, whatever, but it can happen anywhere. You just have to want it to happen.
Right.
And so I think that's the same thing for getting more female and male and younger officials is like, we can talk about it all we want, but what are you doing today to alleviate that problem? So that's my call to action to all officials is like, what are you doing? Are you doing the same thing? Are you trying different things? You know, you're in sales, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm in sales too, right? If your pitch ain't working, you got to change it.
Yeah.
You know, and try different things. So I think that's where we're at right now. We're kind of in that what I call rapid prototype thing. We're trying to figure out what are we trying to do, what are we doing, and what's working. And then my job is to hopefully work with everyone around the state of what's working, bring it together, and share it with all the officials and activate the base.